my name's Ollie and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a festive bake with me. Today we will be focusing on the one and only
Gingerbread Man.
Just to explain my setup a little bit. So I've got my MacBook here which has got my recipe on it. And then I've got a big bowl which is going to be for mixing everything. I'll also probably grab a few other little bowls as we go for weighing things. I've got my scales just here. And then I've got my gingerbread man cutter. Okay, so in this bag, I'm gonna have everything I need to make these gingerbread men. So the recipe says you need plain flour, light brown sugar, some golden syrup, some bicarbonate of soda, some ground cinnamon, some ground ginger, some eggs, and some unsalted butter. So I like some jelly tots for decoration at the end. Today I also picked up these, which are called Choco Writers. Now, as far as I can see, I think it's just like white icing that's chocolate flavored. So I picked up a couple of those just for decorating with. I thought it would be easier than having to make my own icing, so I'm hoping that that works out, but we'll wait and see. I do also like to add cinnamon into this recipe, even though they are gingerbread men and there isn't any cinnamon in the recipe. I just think it gives it a nice spicy kick. So yeah, I am adding cinnamon into mine as well. All of the details for this recipe will be linked down below in the description box. It's just one that I found online. I've used it a few times now and it is perfect every time. But like I said, I do add cinnamon into mine, but you'll see that later on in this video. As always, whenever you're baking or pretty much whenever you're cooking anything involving an oven, they always recommend that you preheat your oven to the required temperature. So for these gingerbread men, 190 degrees centigrade for your oven. Now, I'm not gonna preheat my oven today, purely for the fact that it's gonna make a really loud noise because it's a fan oven. So you're gonna be hearing like a really horrible hum throughout the whole video. So I'm not gonna preheat my oven. I'm basically just gonna prepare all of my gingerbread men and then I'll turn the camera off, cook them, and then I'll come back to do all the icing and stuff. So yeah, I'm not preheating my oven, but you should preheat yours. So it wants you to start by sifting the flour. So this recipe is actually for 16 gingerbread men. I'm actually gonna double that recipe. My flour, so this is just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, such a mess. So I'm gonna pour this straight into my sieve. Oh no, I can't see how much. This is like not a tutorial, by the way. This is just like, watch me absolutely ruin my kitchen. Okay, we're making a mess. Berry over here, yes. I don't now need any more flour. So I'm gonna try and put, oh my goodness. I'm gonna need to just scoop a little bit off the top because I've got too much now. Me and my kitchen are completely covered in flour. We're doing great. This is the first step. We're doing really, really well. I'm 20 grams over on my flour, so I'm just gonna grab a spoon and just literally take some off until it's at the right amount. Didn't think this through. So now that I have the right amount of flour, it wants 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. So let me grab that. I'm not actually sure what bicarbonate of soda is. Okay, so I have my cinnamon and my ginger. Obviously you are supposed to really follow recipes when it comes to baking because it's like, I don't know, but everyone always says that. So that was my ginger, and then I like to add some cinnamon as well. So I think last time I made them, I added half the amount of cinnamon to how much ginger I added. Okay, maybe not, maybe we're adding more than that. I'm making a mess again. So I've added about 3 teaspoons of cinnamon to 4 teaspoons, well, maybe 5 teaspoons of ginger. Now it wants me to mix this with the butter. So obviously these are all my powdered ingredients. I need to chop the butter up, otherwise it's going to take literally years to mix in. So like I said, this is just unsalted butter. Perfect. So that's 230 grams worth of butter. And then this bit I'm just going to keep back to grease my pan with. I'm literally such a domestic goddess, honestly. I have done this recipe before, but with like a normal biscuit shape, never like as gingerbread men. I will just have to wait and see how they turn out. So the next thing the recipe wants us to do is to rub all that mixture together with your fingertips until you get like fine crumbs. However, The next step after that is going to be to incorporate your sugar. So I'm going to weigh out my sugar now, just to make sure I've got the right amount, so that I don't have to try and do that when I've got dirty hands. Double 175 is going to be 350. So I've not worn a very good top for this because it does have like super long sleeves that kind of ruffle up. So I'm gonna have to pull those right up so I don't get them in the mixture. So this is probably the bit I hate the most. So you're gonna get stuff in your nails. It's a bit gross, you just kind of have to deal with it. So this bit can take like a good 20 minutes. You wanna make sure you've got no lumps of butter because that's really gonna mess up your mixture.
2 hours later.
It's always at this point that I wish I'd cut the butter cubes smaller. Every single time.
Later that same evening. The following Thursday.
Whilst I'm bored here doing this, I think this might be a good opportunity for me to try and plug my channel a little bit. So, I haven't actually done this at all yet since starting YouTube, but I am going to start asking for people to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm getting quite a lot of views in comparison to how many subscribers I've got. So if you are watching my videos and you are enjoying them, please do leave a little like and a subscribe. Pop me something in the comments. I do reply to pretty much all of my comments, so...
2 very boring minutes later.
Now I'm going to add my sugar like the recipe asked for, which I already weighed out. Perfect, so that's looking good. So I'm just gonna wash my hands now. Ew, 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 this is so gross. I hate all the bits getting under your nails. Disgusting! Get out. So the recipe wants 1 egg, but I'm obviously gonna put 2 in because I'm doubling all of my amounts. Oh my god, I literally always make such bloody balls up of cracking it. Oh my god, oh, I literally hate eggs so much. I was wrong, I was completely wrong. The worst part about baking is the eggs. I absolutely hate eggs. Oh my god, ew, no. Absolutely not. Okay, the recipe wants 4 tablespoons of golden syrup. Once again, doubling it, so I'm going to be popping 8 tablespoons of this into my eggs and then mixing it all up. I've got my golden syrup just here. I have a hair in my face, oh my god. Excuse me, Han. Oh my god. I think that's about 8 tablespoons. Just gonna add a little bit more in for good measure. There we go. Oh, I hate eggs so much. I literally can't let eggs literally make me feel so ill. Why am I so dramatic, honestly? Disgusting mixture there. Horrendous. I'm just gonna pour this mixture in here. Oh my god, I don't want to put my hands in there. So gross. Oh my god, no, it's like hanging. Ew. I think I'm gonna try and do it with a spoon, so I don't really want to put my hand in it. Do you know what, this isn't really doing anything. I think maybe I'm gonna have to put my hands in. Maybe don't want to put my hands in. Honestly, the most vile thing ever. There is gonna be a mess everywhere. Oh, that's a bit much. Probably don't need that much, Han. Oh, that's way too much. Okay, I'm not gonna use that much. Now, because I am making so many, I'm gonna just do this in sections. So basically just pull apart a big chunk and pop it down. And then we're gonna need to flatten this out. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit of flour on the rolling pin as well. So this is the fun bit now, really. Like, all of that other stuff was hard work. This bit's like the good bit. So like the recipe says, you want these to be about 1/2 centimetre thick. They are going to expand quite a bit in the oven, from my experience at least. So you kind of don't want to make them too chunky whilst they're raw, because they are going to just end up being gigantic. That's probably good. So I'm now going to grab my little cutter and just start stamping, basically. Well, I'm not answering that. You're just gonna stamp whilst your stamp is on to remove all of the dough around it, and that way you can just lift it a bit easier. It's so much more difficult trying to do them as gingerbread men rather than gingerbread circles. Come on, Han, up you camp. Oh my god, let go. Okay, so that's my first little, aww. Oh, he's really cute. I'm now gonna try and make 30 of these. So yeah, that's gonna take me ages. So once I've done that, I'll be back. So I'm like in the midst of kind of cutting up and cooking my gingerbread men, and it's all gone wrong. They're still cooking in the oven. I've just had a quick look, literally still halfway through cooking. I've just had a look in the oven through the glass door, and they are so fat. Like, all of their legs and stuff are all joining, so they're gonna look awful. Oh my god, I really hope they don't look as bad as they look through there. Obviously, I'll show you them when they are finished and out of the oven, but at the moment, they are looking good. Okay, these ones aren't too bad. This one, if that isn't me as a gingerbread man, I don't know what is. I literally don't understand what happened. Like, obviously it's all the same mixture. They've all come out the same batch. And for some reason, those ones are just gigantic. They've literally all just come out. So I'm gonna start off with these ones because these, I think, are probably the worst batch out of all of them, just because they're a little bit burnt. These are gonna be the practice batch. And I'm gonna give it a little go decorating them, and I'll kind of show you as I go, and we'll sort of see how we get on. And some of them have come out looking really thick. Like, this one is my favourite because look how fat he is. You can probably hear the oven behind me. It's still winding down, so the fan is still making a noise. So I'm really sorry about that if it's annoying you. But I'm gonna just try and take one of these out of the water now. So if you buy these, you need to be really careful because obviously they're gonna be really hot because they've just come out of water, boiling water. Let's see how this goes. Ah, these are so cute. So I'm just literally doing little smiley faces with the melted kind of chocolate stuff, and then kind of trying to glue on a couple of jelly tops onto each one. But, oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Oh no. Oh, what do I do with them? Oh, I don't want to throw them away. Okay, this is going to be the plate of lost dreams. I feel awful. I shouldn't because it's a biscuit, but I feel really bad. Oh, isn't that just the sweetest thing you've ever seen? Oh, look at his little buttons. Oh my god. I'm gagging, that is so cute. I'm gonna get on and do these, and I'll show you them all at the end. Okay, so that's all of my little gingerbread men done. They've all got their little buttons on and their little smiley faces. We only lost one. Their little buttons are all sticking on really well, which is fantastic. And yeah, they all look really cute. I'll show you them up close as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with them, considering I've never decorated gingerbread men before. I think I did a pretty good job, to be fair. So they are a little bit rustic looking, shall we say. They look homemade, but that's okay, we don't mind that. They are homemade after all, so yeah, no, I'm really happy with them. My favourite one is this one. Still the little fat one. Honestly, I honestly think that is just adorable. Chunky. Aww. My recipe was supposed to make 32 because it was 16 and I doubled it. I actually only ended up making 24, but one died, so I've got 23. So I think my gingerbread mold must just be really big, because they are hefty gingerbread men. I'm not gonna lie, they are quite solid. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's watched this video. It has taken me a really long time to film. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me and my channel, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could like and subscribe down below. Leave me a little comment. I'm going to go and eat 23 gingerbread men now. As promised, here's a little close-up shot of all my gingerbread men. Some of them have weird foreheads like this one. This one's particularly chunky. I know the feeling, Han, don't worry. We're not judging. Some of them look like they're waving. I think that's so cute. So thank you all so much for watching.